Welcome back to DHN. Let's talk crypto. Markets are stable as we enter this week. We seem to be cooling down from that pump we had over the weekend. Folks, I tell you, I found out a lot of interesting things about a lot of projects coming out of the final days of Davos that I cannot wait to share with you this week. As far as the markets go, the charts that I'm looking at, they're showing me some good news, even more positive price movement on the horizon. Let's get into our first piece of crypto news. Stellar Lumens has joined the Cftc Advisory Board. They are the first blockchain as part of their Global Market Advisory Committee. Keyword there, global. This committee is focused on bringing international standards for digital assets. Its purpose is to manage the U.S. relationship with other nations in regards to the digital economy. This will, once again, put Stellar on a global stage with global regulators. Now, out of 4 crypto-based organizations, Stellar Lumens is the only blockchain-based company. SDF will highlight the role of stablecoins in digital asset markets and real-world use cases. This will include their newly launched Stellar Aid Assist program. So now they have just added an even bigger audience to showcase what can be done on Stellar. Now, if you've been holding Stellar for a while, you'll remember that back in 2021, Danielle Dixon made the appearance before Congress with some other big crypto players, and it was there when she really began to lean into the stablecoin conversation. Now, I do want to clarify, this is not Stellar becoming a stablecoin. Instead, what we have here, stablecoins using Stellar as a payment rail. Stellar is the chain that handles the settling of the transactions. Stellar has such a good position with regulators at a time when stablecoins are about to take over this market. This is a very good thing for XLM. Now, let's get into this story here because this has been irritating me all morning. Binance, Signature, and Swift. The story is being propped up as a block on retail investors from Swift and Binance. I'm going to tell you, that's not true. The truth is, this is only going to impact Signature Bank customers, which represents less than 0.2% of volume on Binance. Now, here's what's even more interesting. Signature Bank uses a software called Signet, which they built back in 2019. It's through this network that they facilitate Swift transactions with their customers. Signature itself has also not done well during this bear market. On my Twitter, I have a small thread where I broke this whole thing down. This has been planned since the collapse of FTX. Like I say at the end of the thread, be careful what you read out here, folks. Uniswap is looking to add more value to the BNB chain. They're bringing their V3 protocol to the BNB Smart Chain as a result of a community vote which shows 80% in favor of the move. The reason for this is due to BNB's growing DeFi ecosystem. According to Uniswap, this move could bring at least $1 billion in value to the already $2.6 billion being held on V3. We also have ETH stablecoin dominance surging with this latest pump. Now, the reason I share this is because of the number of national stablecoins in their ecosystem. All weekend, I've been researching this universal digital payments network, and I found out just how deep Ethereum and their stablecoin market really goes. NAB in Australia just dropped a stablecoin which runs on Ethereum. And with global stablecoin arrangements moving in so quickly, Ethereum is actually in a pretty good position. It's also one of the main chains involved in the BSN from Red Date Technologies. More on that later today. Been working on that video? Trust me, you're gonna love it. Another main BSN chain is Tezos, and they're heading for another major upgrade, Mumbai. Now, this one is going to reduce block time processes, which will increase the speeds of payments on Tezos. That is very crucial, especially with everything focused on global payments right now. If you take a look at the corporate Baker ecosystem for Tezos, you'll find out they have a lot of big industry players representing different economies from around the world. They also have a very strong NFT ecosystem, which on the surface really looks as if they focus on art, but you have to have an eye for the utility, the underlying use case for NFTs. You'll find Tezos is really one of the top-notch platforms out there. But the main reason I think we are seeing them pump right now has to be their connections to this UDPN. Now, that's all for the news in this one. Like I said, I want to make this one short to go finish up this UDPN video, but I want to leave you with a clip from one of the many discussions that we had this year at Davos, and it's featuring one of our friends, Brad Garlinghouse, XRP. So while you watch that, have a good day. You know the rest, and I'll see you in the next video.
Don Tapscott, I chair the Blockchain Research Institute. And my question is for Brad, but anyone else. Why do we misunderstand what crypto is? In a lot of these conversations, we assume it's some kind of security, it's a new asset class. But we're digitizing, tokenizing all assets. So if you understand that, you'll understand that there are a dozen different types, of which what you're talking about is one. We're tokenizing carbon credits. Should we regulate that? We're tokenizing art. Should we regulate that? There are protocol tokens that enable people in a decentralized community to communicate with each other and to make decisions.
So if I understand the question, it's should we, well, if I may rephrase the question, there's often a conflation of crypto equals everything that can be defined as, stable coins versus non-backed assets, or protocol tokens, or the tokenization of other forms of financial assets. What, from a regulatory perspective, are the next steps here, given that when we talk about an asset class, an industry, or an ecosystem, it's actually multiple, or can be perceived as multiple different asset classes?
Well, I mean, Don pointed the question to me. I'll just say, I think one of the hardest parts for the people up here doing their jobs and all the people in the respective regulatory bodies is actually understanding new technologies at a degree of detail that, to Don's point, it's very difficult to paint all of crypto with one broad brush. You have represented here, one of the leading stablecoins in Circle, Chainalysis, Michael's company. These are very successful, very robust companies doing very interesting things in a very regulated way. And I think the challenge for us, maybe that group of people, is there's so much, FUD. There's so much misinformation.
Fair uncertainty and doubt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You got them all. I think it makes it very difficult. And I actually think we, the industry, have done ourselves a disservice by being exceptionally tribal, and kind of the infighting within crypto has actually made it even harder to
the chair's point
to understand the different pieces and parts. And look, that's why I'm here. That's why I come to Davos. That's why I'm meeting with regulators, because I want to partner and say, here's how Ripple approaches this, here's how we see the industry. And I will say, I've found an amazingly receptive audience here in Davos.
Yo, thanks for watching DHN Crypto. If you found value in this content, hit that like button and share this information with a friend. DHN official merchandise is now available. The DHN Crypto Journal and SafePal links are in the description. Have a great day, have a prosperous day, and most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see y'all in the next video.